Hello everyone, and I'm the writer, and today I have a bit of a different video for all of you. I think, look, it's very hot right now, so I'm barely thinking as it is and preparing for like a huge test, but that's besides the point. I love Kingdom Hearts. I know it's not as much as apparent I was on here because I've done mainly Fire Emblem, Ace Attorney, Zelda, and Nintendo content, but I love this series with a passion. It is my favorite series by far. And I know that's not everyone's favorite series, but I do love it, and I think it would be fun to play all of the games on the channel at one point, and I plan to do that relatively soon, actually. And with the Kingdom Hearts games itself, I know some are easier to play than others. Specifically, the easier ones will definitely be anything on the PlayStation 4 at the moment. Yeah, I'm only doing the PlayStations, I'm not doing the Nintendo Switch Online ones because those are unfair at the moment, and yeah, I have no purpose of that. I do have Melody of Memory on the Switch, but that's because I wanted a Kingdom Hearts game on the Switch at the very least. I will say this, I will try and use Union Cross to the best of my abilities since it's all going to be reading, and I will add in the cutscenes from the game as well to the best of my abilities. And I will say this, 4 and Dark Road and Missing Link I know are not technically out. Dark Road will be finished soon, and Missing Link and 4 aren't even going to be playable for a while, so yeah, I will play those games when those come out and put it on the channel as soon as I can. I will say this, I am going to play it all as it happens, so I will not cut anything out. I will say this though, if there's a cutscene, I'm just going to be quiet during it, but if I have gameplay stuff in between, I will talk. And I will say this, Everglow, he's an amazing Kingdom Hearts YouTuber. He has everything charted from the beginning to the end in a timeline sequence, and if you'd rather watch that, I highly recommend it. He has done a fantastic job of ordering everything from beginning to end, whereas I am just going to be playing everything from beginning to end, and I know that's going to be annoying for some people to handle. So again, if you don't want to watch this, highly recommend Everglow, but I will be playing all the games in the best order I can. And for the note, everything on the list that I have of all the Kingdom Hearts games is hopefully in order of when they all happen, so not in order of release date, because if it was in order of release date, I feel like that would be a nightmare for various reasons. And because I'm doing it in order of the timeline, again, Dark Road and Missing Link will be added in later, but Union Cross and everything else from there should be good to go relatively, because everything else is out. So here we go. So back cover and Union Cross are together in this one because both were originally on the app before they went online, not online, offline, where it just shows the cutscenes now, which I just plan to read essentially. I kind of miss playing Union Cross. I know towards the end it was definitely pay to play, which is unfortunate, but I do think that game was a lot of fun. And if any of the games needs to be remade, I think Union Cross definitely needs to. I love the Dandelions. I think they're a good group of characters, and I would love to see them appear again. And the only difficulty I can see is the Avatar character being an issue. But who knows? I think this would work better on the Switch, but it could be in the next gen, I guess. It just seems kind of a little bit of a plus, if you ask me. And again, most of these are cutscenes, so it's just gonna be me speaking. And yeah, I will say that hopefully this will be all sorted out before then. But yeah. So Dark Road's on this list. I know that's technically not finished, but it will be finished soon. It's going to be finished sometime in August, unless they keep pushing it back, because it was supposed to be in winter, it was supposed to be in spring, and now it's in August, which I'm fine with. I want them to take their time with it, because it's supposed to be a little bit of a gap between this and Missing Link, I think, and it looks like we're going to get another batch of new characters to an extent, or at least all their classmates Xehanort had that he may have considered friends. And this is the player character too, which is also a twisted eye nonsense. And anyway, I think this game would be, because it's offline too, so it's gonna be just cutscenes reading as well, but I like it. I think it'll be fun. And again, most of these characters are very well designed, and I would love to see all of these characters again in an actual game. I don't know how possible that's gonna be, considering there are a lot of new characters, but who knows? So yeah, Dark Road. Birth by Sleep is one of my favorite games of the series. I love this trio, the Birth by Sleep trio, the most, or the Wayfinding trio, and I love how each of them were introduced. If you've played this game, each character feels different. When you play as Terra, he's very heavy, but when you switch to Ventus is very light. And Aqua's kind of in the middle of them, I would say, and having a magic balance set. I think Vanitas is probably one of my favorite villains, and I really wish he'll come back. I don't know if he's coming back, but I don't know. Death means nothing to us in this series, if you ask me. And Oh man, I love all the foreshadowing too in this. Like, if you've played, or if you've seen the ending to Kingdom Hearts 2, you get the cutscene and it's just them picking up their certain Keyblades and the foreshadowing. That's pretty great. I think why this one is up there as one of my favorites is that it has a sad ending. Like, what happens to all three of them is unfortunate, but it's different from how Sora usually wins, and I think that's a strong suit. And I don't know, I'm gonna try and get to the secret ending. I'm really bad at finding secret endings, but it's kind of fun. And I will say, like, the background of how Aqua, Terra, and Ven sort of met Sora, Riku, and Kairi is pretty nice, and why Roxas looks like Ventus, and Ventus met all the organization members, and Roxas knew the organization members is really cool, and everything hinted at to the future is amazing. So Birth by Sleep is definitely one of my favorites, and I will play them in the order of Terra, Ven, and Aqua, because that's how it's gonna go, trust me. So Birth by Sleep Volume 2 was essentially like a little bit of like I guess, like a prologue to 3, because this was in the style of 3. And for one, it takes place right after Birth by Sleep 1, and Aqua's the protagonist, which is pretty awesome. She's a fantastic female character, in my opinion. And it's less than like, I don't know, this was a short game, so this won't take me long. I imagine I would get this done rather quickly, because again, it is Aqua. This was, not that it was Aqua, but this was a short one. I think it's one of the most beautiful ones, though, because of the style of it and how it went. And I think, yeah, this one won't take long. It's very short, and I was surprised along with the internet. But again, this was like a test before 3, so we could get used to the style and the feel of it, which I think was smart. I did enjoy this for what it was, and it was nice to play as Aqua again before we get to play as Sora. Speaking of Sora, here comes the first game that was released in the series. That's right, Kingdom Hearts 1 is after all of this. I am not even kidding. And the more was crazy, but this was the first one that was ever announced, and sorry this whole mess. But this one to me is one of the hardest ones I've ever played. I don't know why, and I know it has that nostalgia factor, and everyone loves this one, and the sequel, oh my god, everyone loves the sequel to this one, which is basically Kingdom Hearts 2. But this one I think it's just hard to play. Sora's a little clunky, but this was the first one they were trying, and this does have a few Final Fantasy characters from 7 and 8, I believe? Whatever game Squall's from, it's 8 or 6. Pretty sure it's 8. Anyway, I don't think I'll do any of the secret bosses in this one either. I am not that good against fighting Cloud. Well, no, I can't fight Sephiroth, is my main issue, but this one is like everyone's favorite, and it's pretty great. You see Sora, Riku, and Kairi as a genuine friendship and trio. And it's cliche and adorable, and I can't wait for this one. Even though I will put this on easy, because I will rage quit a lot, trust me. I think another game that I would rage quit a lot is Reach It. I've actually never played this one. I just saw the cutscenes, and that was about it. And this is because I didn't have a way to play this game at the time. And yeah, it did come out for the remakes, but I just never got around to it, so I ended up just watching the cutscenes. But this one's pretty iconic because it does introduce Organization 13, Axel/Lee, and Naminé to the group, and has some of the most iconic moments. But again, I'll probably put this one on the easier mode because this one's harder to play than most because I didn't like the card system too much, and it's fine. It's not for me personally. I know they used it in Dark Road, but there was a reason I couldn't play Dark Road either. Anyway, yeah, easier mode, and this is Kingdom Hearts Rechain. Now, this is everyone's favorite, and for good reason. Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days is probably one of the most emotional games I've played. Like, the story with Roxas, Xion, and Axel is really intense and really relatable. I remember crying at certain parts with this one, and at the end too. That ending still hurts after all these years. And for this one, since this one didn't get remade, which astounds me, I think between this and Rechain, I would have preferred this to be remade. I don't know, this one kind of baffles me that this one didn't get a remake, but I will play this on the DS. We're gonna go straight to the DS one, because this one isn't remade, which is a travesty in every sense of the word. It's such a good game, there's so many good, this was a good story, and I love these characters in this one. Again, Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days was phenomenal. Now we have Kingdom Hearts 2, everyone's favorite in the series. This is one everyone's fan favorite. And I get it. I mean, it showed Sora at his best. Riku came back. Kairi was there for a little bit and had Roxas as a tutorial, which I think was clever having Roxas as a tutorial character. Granted, that tutorial was very long, but still. I think this one's way better than the first one in how gameplay works and in story too. I do think it's a shame we don't see Kairi more, but she does get a moment, and Axel's there too, and we get nominated for a bit, as well as hints to like other parts in the series. I will not find the Lingering Will or Sephiroth. Again, not very good at the boss fights, just going for the main game. And this one wasn't too bad, so I will play some of the normal difficulty. It's just those two games I cannot for life of me. I will say this, actually no, this one was enjoyable. This had a lot of my favorite Disney worlds too, and we get to see a lot of Final Fantasy characters. Again, we're gonna enjoy this one, trust me. I think if there's ever a series least favorite that we can all agree on, it's gotta be Recoded. This served no function other than to prove that this is what Mickey was writing in the letter to Sora, and much like Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days, this one's on the DS, and this only got the cutscene treatment, but that kind of makes sense with this one. This one didn't really add to the plot other than saying this is what Mickey wrote in a letter to Sora, which I don't get why we needed a game on this. I like the game style of that. This was a creative gameplay mechanic. I know not a lot of people like this one, and it's easily skippable, but this one won't take long. It was pretty quick, too. Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. This is the first one I actually played, and it introduced me to Tweenie, too, which is a fantastic series. I highly recommend it. And I don't understand why this one gets so much hate. I think it's because it has time travel in it, but you know what? That was inevitable, if I'm entirely honest. Like, that was gonna happen sooner or later. This is Nomura. But this one also has a lot of my favorite worlds and characters too. I think it's because I have like a personal connection with this one that I like it so much that I hold it in such high regards. I do think the story's cute. I like Lee's dramatic entrance. I think young Xehanort's a fun villain, and I love all of what happened in this one. And I love switching between Sora and Riku. So yeah, this one's gonna be my favorite. Hopefully this won't take too long either. And now we're at Kingdom Hearts 3. Yeah, that took a while, trust me. To us waiting, we've been waiting for a while, but not as long as Tweenie fans, I think. Somewhere around that. I know we've been waiting since the entirety of the MCU that started and a lot of other events that happened, but yeah. I like Kingdom Hearts 3 a lot, and has a lot of my favorite worlds too. I love Sora and Kairi, so that also is a bonus. I love all of the main characters back. And I will add Remind to it afterwards as well, because Remind was a lot of fun too, and not what I expected. And I like how Toy Story is somehow canon to Kingdom Hearts, or it's the other way around. It's nonsense, but I love it. And I do like how everyone came back like it was foretold. Like, Sora saved everyone. He did it. And I know it's kind of sad that he's gone, but don't worry, he's gonna come back. There's no way Sora's gonna go. Actually, he went to Smash Brothers, so he had a fun old time. I think in terms of like other Kingdom Hearts games, this one is the prettiest. And I know it's because Pixar was the ones who made the graphics for this one, and it's just so pretty. I think this one's the most aesthetically pleasing of all the games, and I really can't wait to play this one too. I love everything about it. I was crying at certain parts of this one too, because I was like, oh my god, they finally got a happy ending, or oh my god, I can't believe this happened, or that's relatable. And I cannot wait to play Kingdom Hearts 3 again. It's one of my favorites by far. And Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory. It serves as the series recap and Kairi's little moment to shine. I say little because I know it's very, very small. She was playable once. Hopefully that'll be a trend for future. I want her to be playable more. She's a lot of fun. Like, I like how she throws meteors and fire. I didn't expect that from her. But it serves as a recap of all the games before the next chapter, which I think is fair. It doesn't include Union Cross or Dark Road or any of the ones before that, which is a little strange, but I have a feeling it's going to be more in the next wave. And it's just cute, it's short, it has great music too, that's about it. Anyway, that's all of them now. Yeah, this is the final one. And that's all the Kingdom Hearts games in order until Missing Link, Dark Road, and 4 come out, which I highly doubt won't be for a while, with at least 4. Missing Link and Dark Road probably sooner than later. And I cannot wait to play all these games again. I love the series, it's my favorite. I have a personal connection with it because it's been with me for as long as I have been alive, I guess. And I cannot wait to play these games for everyone here who hasn't played them or seen it, but it is one of my all-time favorite series, and again, I cannot wait. I'll hopefully start on this sooner than later, but I have a few things I need to do because I'm going to be gone for a while, but under all that, thank you all for watching. Be sure to subscribe, like, comment, and enjoy the video. And again, I will start on this end. For now, thank you all for watching, and goodbye!